Chidi sat on his porch, watching his younger brother ride past on a brand new motorcycle. The bike was red and shining. Emeka waved as he passed, smiling wide. The whole village watched him. Chidi looked down at his worn sandals. He was the older brother. He should have been the successful one. But Emeka had the bike. Emeka had money. Emeka had everything. Chidi's wife Amara came outside. She stood beside him. They both watched Emeka disappear down the dirt road. "How does he have all that?" she asked. "You work harder than him. You're older. This doesn't make sense." Chidi shook his head. "That's just how life is." "No," she said. Her voice was sharp. "Something is wrong here. Someone took what should be yours." That thought stayed with her. It grew in her mind like a weed. For days, she couldn't let it go. Finally, one night, she made a decision. She told Chidi she was visiting a friend. Instead, she walked to the edge of the village, past the last house, into the bush where the native doctor lived. His hut was dark. Smoke came from inside. She knocked. The old man opened the door. His eyes were yellow in the lamplight. "I know why you're here," he said. She stepped inside. "My husband suffers while his younger brother prospers. It's not natural." The doctor nodded slowly. "Your brother-in-law stole your husband's destiny, but I can help you take it back." He moved to a corner and pulled out a small wooden figure wrapped in red cloth. "This is a deity. Bring it into your home. It will restore what was stolen." She stared at the figure. Something about it felt wrong, cold. "What do I have to do?" she asked. "Take it home. Place it in your bedroom. Speak to it every night. Ask it to return your husband's fortune." She took the wrapped figure. She paid him. She walked home in the dark. When Chidi saw it, he frowned. "What is that?" "Something to help us," she said. She placed it in the corner of their bedroom. That night, the air in the house changed. It felt heavier, like something was watching them. Within days, things began to go wrong. Chidi's mother was the first victim. She started acting strange. She wandered around the compound talking to herself. She forgot to eat. One morning, Chidi found her in the yard, digging holes with her bare hands. Her fingers were bleeding, but she didn't stop. "Mama, what are you doing?" he asked. She looked at him with empty eyes. She didn't recognize him. Then his sister Ngozi began screaming at night. Long, terrible screams that woke the whole compound. She clawed at her own arms. She ran into walls. The village doctor came, but couldn't help her. "This is not sickness," the doctor said. "This is something spiritual." Amara grew quiet. She stopped sleeping in their bedroom. She avoided the corner where the deity sat. She knew what she had done, but she was too afraid to say anything. Meanwhile, across the compound, Emeka's wife Blessing had her own secret. A man named Tunde had started visiting her when Emeka left for work. He was smooth and charming. He brought her gifts. He told her she deserved more than what she had. She knew it was wrong, but she let him stay anyway. One afternoon, after they'd been together, Tunde showed her his phone. "I recorded us," he said. His smile disappeared. "If you don't give me money, I'll show your husband everything." Blessing's blood went cold. "You can't do that." "I can, and I will, unless you pay me." She started stealing from Emeka, small amounts from his wallet, money from their savings. Tunde kept demanding more. The fear ate at her every day. Both families were falling apart. Both wives were trapped by their choices. And in Chidi's bedroom, the wooden deity sat in its corner, silent, waiting. The madness was spreading. Emeka called a family meeting under the big tree in the compound. Everyone came. Chidi brought his mother and Ngozi. Both were still lost in madness. The village elders sat in a circle. Emeka's face was hard and angry. "Money is missing from my house," he said. "And I've been hearing rumors about my wife." Before Blessing could speak, Tunde walked into the compound. He held up his phone. "Your wife has been sleeping with me," he announced. "I have video proof. And she's been paying me to keep quiet." The elders gasped. Blessing fell to her knees crying. "I'm sorry. He blackmailed me. I didn't know what to do." Emeka stared at her. His face showed no emotion. Then Amara stood up. Her hands were shaking. It's not just her, she said. Her voice cracked. I did something too. Something terrible. Everyone turned to look at her. I brought a deity into our home, she said. A native doctor told me it would help Chidi. He said Emeka had stolen Chidi's destiny, but the deity didn't help. It brought madness. It destroyed our mother and Ngozi. Chidi stood slowly. You did what? I wanted to help you, she whispered. I wanted us to have what they have. But I was wrong. I was so wrong. The eldest elder rose to his feet. His face was grave. This deity must be destroyed immediately. And you, Chidi, must leave this village. You brought evil here. Amara ran into the house. She came back holding the wooden figure. She threw it into the fire pit. The elders set it ablaze. It burned with thick black smoke that smelled like death. As the smoke rose, Chidi's mother stopped mumbling. Ngozi's eyes cleared. They looked around confused, like waking from a nightmare. But the damage was done. Chidi looked at his family, his wife, his broken mother and sister. Then he looked at Emeka. We're leaving, he said. All of us. We'll go to the city and start over. Emeka said nothing. He watched his brother gather his family. He looked at Blessing, who was still on her knees. The compound emptied. The fire burned down to ash. The deity was gone, but it had already taken everything it came for. And somewhere in the smoke, something laughed.
Hi there, I'm Lily. If you enjoyed this story, please follow, like, and subscribe.